Hi, I'm here today with Chief Winemaker of Sanguine Estate Wines, which is happens to be my brother Mark Hunter, and also Paul Romanella, who is a sommelier here at Fenix restaurant, the restaurant that we're sitting in. Paul has extensive experience in being a sommelier internationally. He also owned a couple of restaurants in Byron Bay, chef-hatted restaurants in Byron Bay. And as I mentioned, he's now sitting here working at Fenix as the General Manager for Gary Megan from MasterChef. Mark, what we're going to talk about today is the Shiraz wines. We produce 3 Shiraz wines, that's right, and we have Paul here to talk about the sorts of food that this matches with. So the next time you're at a restaurant or you're trying to think of a dish to make, then we've got an idea of what sort of food will match our wines. So Mark.
Well, essentially the Sanguine Estate vineyard is one vineyard, so we have 50 acres that is essentially just one block of vines. So we do sort of barrel blends and a few different things to make quite different styles from our 3 Shirazes. So the progeny Shiraz, what we do is we co-ferment with a little bit of Viognier, so the white grape Viognier. This helps sort of lift the spicy notes, makes it a bit more sort of floral and lifted, brighter, more youthful in style. And also it only spends 12 months in oak and not too much new French oak, only about sort of 10%. So it is a little more subtle. The tannins are softer, the fruit is brighter and more youthful. Then we move into the estate, which is some of the sort of the better parts of the vineyard. It spends up to 18 months in oak. There is no Viognier in this blend, it is a straight Shiraz. So we get more concentration. The fruit starts to get a little darker, more intense style, a bit more robust and structured. And then we move into the Dorsa, which is essentially our reserve Shiraz, which we don't produce every year, is a much more, it's kind of the granddaddy version of the estate. Similar parcels go into the Dorsa that go into the estate, but they're more concentrated. We tend to use more new oak, and we'll leave it in that oak for up to 2 years. So much more intense wine, but then is mellowed out by that time in oak. So structurally it's longer, it's more intense, there's more tannin structure. So generally a richer style from the estate.
Right, Paul, I wanted to ask you a little bit about matching food and wine. Sure. Specifically, we're talking about our Shiraz wines here, and we're talking about sort of a softer style and leading up to a little bit more tannic style, which is meant for aging.
Full.
That's right. Yeah. So in terms of matching dishes, what would you suggest to help guide people?
What I like to do is, obviously the wines were created in the old world. And what I like to do is break it down very, very simply. Go back to what they eat in those parts of the world where the wines were originally created. Obviously in Rhone and in southern Rhone, where they actually blend a lot of white grape into the Syrah, you tend to get things like slow braises and pastas, hearty dishes, but lamb is the classic pairing in Rhone with Shiraz or Syrah. Yeah. So why not continue the match here? I mean, your wines are really big, spicy, especially the bigger ones. And they match really well with the roasted gamey notes of the roast that we did, and they pair very, very well with both the bit of Viognier and the Syrah, with both the tortellini and the slow braise.
And what Paul's referring to there is that we held a dinner here at Fenix.
Sorry,
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Not that long ago, where we released our reserve wine to our database, or to our mailing list, and Paul matched up some food with those wines. So that's what he's describing, which is the dish here in front of us.
Obviously, Andy was nice enough to put the food together for us.
That's right. That's right. So Chef Andy here at Fenix. So when you're looking at, let's say you're going out to get takeaway food, and you want to have some takeaway food to have with our Shiraz wines, you know, does Thai go with it? Are you looking for Italian sort of, or is it more the sort of spiciness in dishes? Like what do you look for?
Probably a bit of spice. I don't know about a Thai dish, quite honestly. I think, yeah, it would probably do a disservice to the wine, because it's such a lovely wine. You want it to actually be a marrying of flavors, and there's such a radical difference in those. Italian definitely would work. Some dishes. Again, yes. Some of them might be a bit overpowering.
Yes.
Yeah, takeaway food's an interesting one. I don't know, you wouldn't want to be even the lamb, I've said, but a kebab, something that's really heavily laden with garlic and spice, might also hurt the wine. But yeah.
So you're sort of looking for the richer flavours in the
Exactly.
food, but not overpoweringly
True.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, both of you today. And if you'd like to receive recipes at all for any of these wines, please fill in the opt-in form beside the video here and we'll send them out to you. Thank you.